Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're a first time viewer, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. Please like and comment on this video. This is my recap, my review for the season premiere of If Loving You Is Wrong, Season 5, Episode 1. Lord Jesus, the episode's entitled Watch It Back. And they're back. They're back. Alright, so the episode starts off with Alex. Alex, she leaves her house because it's just like, she hears what's going on. She hears the commotion. And as you know, at this point, her son is taken. She has no idea where she is. She's roaming. She's roaming. She sees this blood trail outside of Marcy and Randall's house. So she goes inside the house. She goes in the back. She goes, she's looking. She's just seeing that it's gunshots. She sees that there's blood all over the place. Blood. She's like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm thinking, this is all your fault. This is your fault. Why are you... This is your fault. You're an idiot. Why would you call Rusty? You are the guy who molested you until you went to college. Anyway, we're going to get past that. Next thing we know, we see blood. We're thinking, is it going to be Randall? No, we know it can't be Randall because Randall was taken. So who is it going to be? Randall's mother. Yes, Randall's mother is shot up. She's been hurt, been wounded, and right now it's so bad she can't see. She can't see, so she thinks that it's Marcy. She's like, Marcy, Marcy. It's like, Marcy, why are you standing there? Call police. I need help. Marcy, come closer. Why aren't you coming closer? She's not coming closer because it's not Marcy. It's the person who you just said a moment ago that, oh, this was Rusty and Alex's fault. This is their fault. It was them. They attacked us. And you know, as soon as Alex heard that, it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I can't help you. Now Alex, because there's blood in her, in Randall's mom's eyes and everything. So once she was like, wait a minute. It's, oh no, stay away. Stay away. This is your fault. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. Stay there. I'm calling the cops. I'm like, I'm 86ing it out of there. You're calling the cops? Go and try it. Alright, and so we get from that, Alex runs back into the house, she closes the door. I'm thinking, Alex, you really think that's going to do anything? You really think that's going to do anything? So guess who's the first person Alex calls? Bling, 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 Mom! Oh no, it goes straight to voicemail. Madame! It goes straight to voicemail. Mom, pick up, pick up. I'm thinking, this woman hates you. Why would she? Why would she? After you went and... Alex... You have a better chance calling Brad. Anyway, we jump from that, and it's now to Lushion and poor old Natalie. Lord, because Joey is shot up, Fawn is shot up, and Quan is not moving. I'm thinking, Quan isn't moving at all. When Tilda finds... Oh! Lushion and Natalie versus Tilda? That is going to be an episode all into itself. Lord, if Eddie gets in the... This season's shaping up already. It's shaping up already. Alright, and Natalie's over. She is all over the place. Lushion has to shake her. It's like, yo! Because at one point, Natalie goes, she's kicking Quan. She's kicking Quan for I'm like, Natalie, any closer and you're gonna mess with manhood. I hope that he's wearing a cup because Natalie was getting a little too close. Now, Joey, he's still kind of moving. Like I said, Quan isn't moving at all. Fawn, at first, we thought she was hurt, but she might have been grazed. She could have gotten shot in the stomach, but she also could have been grazed. Who knows? But Fawn is over it. Fawn's just like, oh my God. And of course, once Natalie gets it together and she's trying to calm down Fawn, they need to call the cops. Lucian's going to do that. He's trying to request backup. He's trying to request an ambulance. And the thing is that Fawn's just like, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. They were after the money. They were after the money. It's just like, no, it's not. Of course it's not your fault, honey. He's like, yes, it is. They were after the money. They stole the money. It was like, whose money? My father's money. I had it waiting from the restaurants. They took it. They took it. Yeah, you didn't deserve to be shot, obviously, but there was a plan in place, and you are absolutely correct. They were after you. And Quan doesn't like Joey, so you were collateral damage. He really had a vendetta against you at that point. Now we're switching gears because it needs to calm down a little bit. It needs to simmer down a little bit. So Justin is being Justin, and Kelly's like, boy, if you don't go and give up your bed to Esperanza's daughter, because Esperanza has to take a night shift, so she's leaving her jar with Kelly. No problem. They go, a little cute, haha, hee, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do, and Esperanza's just like, wait, but what about my uniform? So it's like, I already dried it, honey, it's good. This is like, oh, but it was like, oh, Justin, show her where the dryer is. It's just like, the dryer? That's woman's word. Kelly said, boy, who the do you think I is? He's like, oh, no, I didn't mean, no, I didn't mean that. No, I just meant, it's just like, I know what you meant. Now you're gonna go up there and do what I told you to. Now, Kelly has gotten a lot more interesting because next thing we know, Kelly's talking to Esperanza, and so Esperanza's just like, girl, what's the problem? What's the matter? Kelly lets it be known that, yeah, there were some complications. You know when I got mad about Ramsey and the girl in his house? It wasn't what I thought. Now he's not talking to me. It's like, Kelly. Kelly said, if it came to you and Eddie, I know you would do the same thing. It's like, yeah, in the past. But it's like, the person who I fell in love with, he's gone. So, because he's gone, now I need to go and find myself, because no, we do not compute. 1 + 1 is 2, not 3, not 4. 1 + 1 is 2. So we're gonna get back to that. Kelly still seemed off. It was like, okay, so what happened? I'm thinking Kelly's gonna go and let it be known that that her little boy. Why did I say her little boy? That her ex went and yoked her up outside. But no, that's not what she wants to talk about. Kelly wants to talk about her other ex, Justice's dad, who's in jail. And she thought he was gonna have life. And Esperanza's looking at her like, Kelly, you got a lot more interesting, but wait, what's going on? So here's the backstory. Kelly and her ex were involved in some foolery. It was mainly her ex, but when they got in trouble, her ex did the G thing and said, you know what? I brought you into this. I'm going to go and take the bid for both of us. So Kelly didn't think that she'd ever hear from him again. Again, her ex is Justice's biological father. Now, he's coming back out and he wants a place to stay. Esperanza is just like, you don't owe him anything. What are you talking about? He did that. He made his bed regardless of what it was. And so then the kids, they come back out, and it was really cute because it was just like, hey, we need this, we need that. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to work now. Say goodbye to Esperanza, goodbye. And they did a whole thing about snoring and how Kelly snores, and that's why Justice doesn't want to go and sleep in the same bed as her. Esperanza's like, we are ladies, we do not snore, right, honey? I don't know about Kelly, though. It's like, girl. It was like, call me later, though, because I need to know the details. Again, like, we don't know what her ex did. We don't know how involved she was. Clearly, she was really involved in it. All we know is that she feels like she needs to go and possibly have him stay with them. That in itself is a story. So I'm excited, I'm thrilled. But Kelly, like I said, is going to be very interesting this season because Travis, I almost wanted my computer to find his name, but Laura said, nope, you got it. We're talking about Eddie right now. Eddie's talking to Ben. Ben failed. He flopped. Are we surprised? No. Now, what I will say is, I don't know why, but this scene looked a lot different than how it normally looks. I don't know if it's because it's nighttime and normally things happen during the day at the police station. So it almost made it seem like this was taped at a different time. Like they stopped production, they went on break, and then they came back. Because even Eddie and Ben looked different. Ben looked like he gained a little bit of weight. Eddie looked actually a little bit smaller. It was just weird. Something seemed off about it. It could have just been the lighting. But, Eddie's like, look, little boy. Why is Pete still alive? oh, well, you know, there's cameras. And you can do, you know what you can do? You can do what I told you to do. And you know what? You know what? If you want to live, you know what the drill is. I'm going to go, you know, to make things easier on you, at least right now, for the interim. Why don't we set this up? Why don't we go and have you sneak into the chief's office? I need you to go and check on Claudia. There's something sketchy about her, and I need to find out what it is. And I'm thinking, Ben doesn't even know what he's looking for. It's just like, whatever information you get, you need to just go and make sure that you give it back to me. Now, there's going to be a point in time where you'll be able to go and do it. I'm thinking, damn, does Eddie know that he gets his prime opportunity, or was it just the timing of it all? I don't know. But after that, Ben is just like, you know what, Eddie? One day, you think you're playing with me. You think you're happy, but I'm going to get you. And again, because it's Ben, we're not taking it too seriously, but Ben looks different. He definitely looks different. He definitely looks like if he really put his mind to it, he could do something. So, Steven comes through and says like, so how you doing? What's good? You have Ben. He's saying, oh, we're everything's fine. So it's like, were you whispering to yourself? No, I wasn't whispering. I wasn't talking to myself. We're all good. So it's like, so Ben's trying to figure out how's Pete, because he needs to see how much longer he's going to be on Pete detail, how much more time he has before he can go and kill Pete, or when he loses his opportunity to do so. Steven's just like, no, you'll be on there as long as we say you'll be on there. So it's like, are you sure you're okay? So it's like, yeah, I just want to see when I can go back out. So it's like, dude, you're kind of crazy. But yeah, we'll figure that out as well. So it's like, okay, cool. Now, again, I don't know whose side Steve's on. He's definitely crooked, but I don't know how crooked he actually is. Or maybe where his moral standard, it's just off. Like, is Steve also trying to say you better do this fast so that Pete can get killed? Is he on that? I don't know. Is he more so on the Chiefs? I don't know. Anyway, so Eddie, he goes and he interrogates Andrew because, again, Ben learned that that Tina, who's the nurse, who's Andrew's girlfriend, is Andrew's girlfriend. So Eddie's now talking to Andrew, and it's just like, yeah, so what's good, Andrew's like, what's good? Like, I have a problem with you. Why do you have a problem? You know, I know what? The cameras. What about the cameras? With Tina. Who? Your girlfriend. Where? It's like, I need you to figure out whose side you're on. What, are you on my side? It's just like, why would I be on your side? So he said, listen here, boy. If you really think you're going to go and take me down, you know what I'm doing, do I? Yes, you know what I'm doing. And yes, I am doing it, by the way. I'm thinking, Eddie, what are you doing? Who incriminates himself like this? Anyway, Eddie does. Eddie does. Now, he's saying, he goes and slaps him, and it's like, I don't know what game you're playing. I don't know where you think that you bossed up. But don't worry, it'll be your turn next. Stop meddling in my business, or else it will be you next. Actually, it'll be you next anyway. So just go for it. I'm thinking, Lord, Andrew shook. Andrew hits the locker. He's shook. He's shook. He's pissed. And so Eddie comes back out. And of course, now they have the alert that there was a shooting. That Lushion called for backup, so everyone runs out of there. Now it's the opportunity for Ben to go in there and see what information he can dig up. Eddie is just like, yeah, by the way, can you tie my shoe? Ben's like, dude. It's like, oh yeah, right. Well, this is your time to go and prove to yourself that you're not a worthless drug addict. Go and get me my information now. If you don't do that, you'll be next. Just the usual Eddie mess. Andrew comes through, and now, with that chip on his shoulder, Ben goes and flexes. Ben's like, I didn't know that Ben was a senior officer. He comes off as like a sophomore. Not necessarily a rookie, but at least a sophomore, not a senior. Now, Ben's just like, you know what? I understand that we have a problem. I understand that we have a problem. That's okay, because I don't like you anyway. And, you know, it's interesting because you know what we're doing, don't you? No, what are you talking about? You know what you're doing. I know your girlfriend. I know your girlfriend, that little B. You know her? Yeah, you know her, right? I'm going to kill her. You're going to be next. Do you see how this works? And actually, I don't have to do it because that's what Eddie will do. Pete, whatever happens to Pete will happen to Pete, whether you intervene or not. You better stop doing that, though, because it's messing up our business. Now, a fight ensues. Andrew goes swings. I'm like, what type of swing was that? They need to choreograph that better, because that was actually the wackest moment of this episode. That felt so fake, and I was so disappointed. He swings. He goes swings and like does a full 360. I'm like, what the? Who goes in? Of course, Ben ducks, because he even felt like it was in slow motion. Ben goes, hits him in the back of his, hits Andrew in his back, and also trips him. It's just like, you listen here, rookie. You really think you're going to mess with a senior officer? Watch. Don't worry about your girlfriend, because you'll be there with her. I'm like, Ben! Andrew was just right when he was saying you can get bucked with everyone else except for Eddie. And it's very apparent. You have it in you. You have it in you. We just need to see it more. And I'm thinking, Andrew, look at where Ben just went. Why is he going in the chief's office? Why would he possibly do that? Why would that make sense? Come on, Andrew. Please let me know that you saw that and you recorded that piece of information. Please, because we need someone vigilant, especially with Lushion preoccupied. So Alex is back home. She's crying. She keeps trying to call her mom. Her mom's like, bye. Now, she goes and she calls Brad. Brad's not picking up either. It's like, okay, yeah, that completely makes sense, though. Alex, you're doing a little bit too much. Then she jumps the gun, calls Marcy. Marcy picks up, said, what is it? Girl, why you call me? Why you call me? Why don't you call your husband if you wanted to speak with him? Oh, he's not. Oh, you don't know where he is. You think he's here? No, he's not here. No, I don't know where he is. Go and give him a call. Don't call me again. Kim Possible style. Now, Marcy calls up Brad, and it only had to ring once for Brad to pick it up. So it's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And he's just like, Alex called me. Alex called you? Why? She wanted to find out where you were. So it's like, oh. It's like, so you're going to call her? Who? Alex. Like, yeah, I'll give her a call in a couple of minutes. Okay, cool. And it's like, all right, so when you coming home? Coming home at 10. It's like, all right, I'll see you later. Now, we see Brad. He's digging up something, burying something. I'm assuming it's the gun, because Brad has a gun. So I'm assuming it's a gun for evidence purposes. If they're going to be sued, then he needs to hide anything that could possibly incriminate him. So that's what I'm thinking he's burying. Nothing really crazy. We see someone driving, speeding in a nice red car. Nice red car. So the police, again in slow motion, and I'm thinking, why did that... I caught it. The police car hood was up. It was not closed properly. I'm thinking, what the... Who does it? And then how's it magically close? Tyler, I notice these things. I notice these things. Now it's Andrew. Andrew's in the car and he pulls over Julius. Lord, how it all comes full circle now. So I'm like, okay, I can see that. I can see, I see where you're going with this. I don't know if it's going to work because it's Andrew, but I can see where you're going with this. So Julius is drunk. Andrew is irritated, but he's still being respectful. License and registration. Officer, I know you're talking license and registration. It's like, then you see a nice car, license and registration. So it's like, why? You're speeding. And it's like, oh, is that what I was doing? And it gives him license and registration. It's like, dude, are you drunk? Drunk? What's drunk? You know, that constitutes drinking and driving. You know, I was drinking before and now I'm driving. Julius was doing too much and I appreciated it because it was funny, especially from him. His character is so serious, so it was funny to see him just kind of like, dude, that, and just like, get out of the car. You know, people like you make me sick. The fact you drunk, drinking and driving, people possibly losing their life. Now, while Andrew's trying to write up his report, while he arrests Julius, puts him in the back of the trunk, Andrew clearly isn't thinking, because he wasn't thinking that he was going to go and arrest someone. He has his little booklet out, and here is exactly what the book said in regards to, I'm thinking, Andrew, did you really go and do this? Andrew, why? Andrew had this book, and it contains his findings on Ben and Eddie. The book reads, Eddie has something to do with him losing his hand. Correct! I saw Ben, I see that Ben's getting close to this male, this white male, last week. It's like, oh, okay, it's the other guy, right? He has a drug problem. Well, he could have a drinking problem too, but this is all about Ben. Ben is a drug problem. He knows that because, again, that was part of his conversation with Ben, because Tina is a nurse. Tina works in the hospital. So he knows that Ben needs a lot of drugs in order for the pain to go away. And it didn't last for too long. So that's someone who has a high tolerance and normally is connected to someone who does narcotics. Now, he's like, I can't understand if he hates Eddie or is in love with him. So Andrew is thinking that it's one of two things, which honestly, I could see both. I could see both. I can see where Andrew's coming from. Andrew's hypothesizing, damn, maybe Ben is actually in love with Eddie and he's doing everything that Eddie wants him to do because he's infatuated with him. You know what? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Tyler is good for a twist, especially a really weird and it seems like borderline random twist. So Julie's just in the back and saying, dude, you know, how much do you make? 30, 50K a year? Wait, you're leaving my car? My car's worth more than what you'll ever make. And then he was saying how interesting. Officer Eddie, Officer Ben. Maybe you shouldn't leave your notes regarding your fellow officers for anyone to see. I'm thinking, yeah, you're right, he shouldn't. And the other thing was, he was trying to go and see what type of person he was. Maybe if he could go and pay him to join his crew. So it's like, you know what, I need someone like you. Someone who seems honest and good. Yeah, I need someone like you on my team. And it was because he's thinking, you know what, maybe if this officer has a potential issue with Eddie, who he doesn't like anyway, he could definitely go and finagle something. Or he could also use it over his head, since now he's blackmailing Eddie. Maybe he can go and get off if he scares this officer enough with Eddie. But right now the officer's just like, you know what, dang, I messed up. I messed up bad. And now this guy, something seems off about him. Yeah, I know where his family is from. I know who he is. I don't care. But who knows how this is going to bite me in the butt. But at this point, Andrew is so true blue. He's just like, I need to do my job regardless. We're back at Kelly's, and Justice and Esperanza's daughter is outside because Travis is outside. And Travis compliments the daughter. And it's just like, yeah, so I'm still coming to your baseball game on Thursday, right, Justice? He's like, yeah, Mom. Yeah, sure. Okay, see ya. I'm thinking, yeah, awkward. And so Kelly's trying to figure out why is Travis there. And Travis, you know, he goes straight to 100. Forget 0. He yokes up Kelly at one point on the neck. And it almost looks like he's also trying to fondle her at the same time. And Travis is infuriated. He's disgusted with the fact that Kelly is with that boy, Ramsey. And it's just like, Kelly's like, he's not a boy. Okay, Kelly. And like I said, Travis is pissed. He's actually at one point yoking her up. He's holding her against the house. And I'm thinking, Lord Jesus, if the kids come out and see, oh my gosh. I'm like, Travis, you are disgusting. And he did that for like 2 minutes. And Kelly originally was like, you better get off me. She's like, you better get off me. And then when it looked like he wasn't getting off of her, and when, because she was struggling. I mean, she was, wait, I was almost like, you know, I need some. There we go. There we go. I was like, Kelly, I'll let you borrow this. This is tough. Kelly, just say when. I'm copping into the TV set to come to your aid, because I was like, if he rapes this woman on her, oh my God, because he wouldn't stop, because like I said originally, she was trying to get him to stop, he wouldn't, and then it got so bad then it was just like Travis, no, get off me. And then, because he was saying how, well, you know, if you can go and use me for sex, then I can take it from you. I'm like, what type of logic? And it's like, I'm calling the cops, I'm gonna call the cops. You can call the cops. I'm used to that. I'm like, oh, so this is your MO. So that's why you have these issues. That's why your parents are trying to marry you off. Because you're crazy. Because you are crazy. You are control freak. It's either your way or the highway. Yeah, we see it. Dang, I was just like, Lord, I hope nothing's wrong with Ramsey. Because I need Ramsey to come out right now. But I know it's not going to happen. I don't know what you did to him. If anything, all I know... If you didn't watch this season premiere, you need to watch it. Because the last scene is of Randall. And we hear his baby crying in the background. Randall is in what looks like a 2x4 coffin. And they stop the car. And it sounds like they're about to try and bury him alive. Lord Jesus. Please like, comment, subscribe. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Oh.